private home movies on television. Well, I thought it was time to do so because many people have opinions about me and they haven't even met me. They don't even know me. So I thought it was time to open up, to show them who I really am. I'm just simply Michael Jackson.
Most people picture Michael Jackson only under the spotlight. The shows, the endless rehearsals, the roaring crowds, all of that footage has been played over and over. But life off the stage told a different story. What was Michael really doing the moment he woke up each morning? What was on his plate? How did he keep his body in shape? And on nights without a concert, how much of his time still revolved around music? Because even far from the spotlight, an ordinary day for Michael Jackson was never truly ordinary.
Yes, putting it on right now. Realizing you're photographing me without any makeup on. Love it. Super soaker. Now I know how to wake up Elizabeth tomorrow. How? It's awful feeling. Oh my God! You really like your dough. A shooting gallery. This is a super soaker. I can feel it and tell. And it says,
In those years, a typical day for Michael Jackson often started somewhere unlike any other home on Earth. Neverland was never just a big house sitting on extra acres. Michael had shaped the whole property into its own world, complete with rides, animals, a private theater, and wide open land where he could shut out everything else. To outsiders, it looked like an unreal getaway. But to Michael, it was simply where he lived. And there was one clear reason he wanted his home to feel that way.
Jackson's Neverland Ranch. Michael bought the 2,700-acre property in 1988 and transformed it into his dream world, a magical escape inspired by Peter Pan. It wasn't just a home.
There was also almost never a shortage of things to do without stepping off the grounds. Michael had plenty of room to ride quads, go horseback riding, wander through the hills, or just vanish somewhere peaceful for a few hours. That kind of freedom meant a lot, since setting foot almost anywhere else instantly drew attention. Michael grew deeply attached to Neverland, and once he opened up about what he actually did around the property, it made complete sense why.
I always wanted to have a place where you're just busy all day and there's just unlimited space to go on quads and mountains and horseback and all kind of fun things. It's just a fun place. I love it.
When it came to food, though, Michael kept things surprisingly down to earth. In his final months, personal chef Kai Chase cooked for him and his children. She never felt the need to overdo it just because her client happened to be Michael Jackson. Instead, she stuck to fairly simple meals while mixing in a variety of flavors and influences, and her account paints a pretty clear picture of what regularly showed up on Michael's table.
What I decided to do for him was something really simple and taste-worthy. So I did a lot of different tapas, but I married those flavors with the way he grew up and his nationality. So we did Hawaiian influences, I did...
But just because Michael had a personal chef didn't mean he always went for the healthy choice. Magic Johnson found that out firsthand when Michael invited him to dinner. Seated at this massive table, across from one of his biggest idols, Magic played it safe and ordered grilled chicken with vegetables, figuring Michael would probably order something similar. Then Michael's plate showed up. The lid came off, and Magic instantly knew he had read the whole thing wrong.
I've never seen a guy that can dance like this young man for hours and sing and perform like he could perform. I went on 3 tours with them. There's nobody that's ever been on this earth that could do what Michael Jackson could do.
That's right.
Nobody.
That gave me chills.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
He was such a person of perfection. Everything had to be right. He rehearsed the band himself and could point out when you off, he heard it and told, no.
His voice.
Ding, ding, ding. The guitar man. You got to play it like this. I'm sitting there like, wow.
Becoming a father changed Michael's home life in a big way. Prince, Paris, and Blanket took up a huge part of his time away from the music. In public, people mostly saw the kids surrounded by bodyguards or with their faces hidden from view. But that was only the version outsiders ever got to see. Behind closed doors, Michael handled plenty of ordinary parenting moments, and home videos revealed a side of their bond the public almost never got to witness.
He actually was one of the best fathers I'd ever seen. He would spend time with his children, he would talk to his children, he would spend time teaching his children.
Like this touching scene, teaching his little children how to dance the wiggle.
I never saw a man so close to his children than Michael.
Michael also took education seriously. He stayed closely involved in his children's schooling and wanted them to genuinely love learning rather than just being pushed to study. One way he encouraged that was by giving books real value inside the household. He set up a small system that motivated the kids to read and taught them that knowledge was something worth earning.
When I wave goodbye in a sad sort of way, he waves back to me. And sometimes when we go to the park, I don't play with my friends. I just lie in the green grass with Sammy instead, and we watch the sunshine shimmering on the leaves of the trees. Then we both smile because it's beautiful in a shimmering sort of way. And sometimes when Sammy and I are in
The tougher part was giving them any close to a normal childhood outside the house. Photographers could track the family almost anywhere, and Michael knew firsthand what it felt like growing up under constant watch from strangers. That pushed him towards some unusual measures, including the masks his kids were sometimes spotted wearing in public. Plenty of people criticized it at the time, but Michael had his own reason for going that far.
The only time
That's a good question.
I recall Janet, the whole family pretty much,
Okay.
came to the house one night, 11:30 at night. They all showed up. I had to wake him up, and he didn't like that. And I
Wow.
let him know, I said, Mr. Jackson, your family's here to see you. They said they're not leaving until they see you. And he said, well, he asked me, was Randy there? And I told him no. He said, okay, well, I'll just see my brothers. And he asked me to escort them to the security vehicle. I'm sorry.
Staying fit was another area where Michael's approach wasn't what most people would guess. There isn't much proof he stuck to a strict daily gym routine. Instead, dancing itself did most of the work when it came to keeping him in shape. Getting ready for a show meant hour after hour of movement, repetition, and choreography. What looked effortless once he hit the stage actually demanded incredible stamina behind the scenes. Rehearsals, too, could easily eat up most of the day. Michael wasn't the type to run through a sequence a couple of times and call it done. If any part could be tighter, cleaner, or better timed, he'd keep pushing until it was. At the same time, he was building up the stamina needed to sing and perform through an entire show, which sometimes meant running the same section over and over, late into the night.
Right knee in your preparation. So you should just be coming off the left foot. Okay? Okay, here we go. Shoulder and ba, and hip, and ba, and up. Bada, chin, bada, oh, bada, bada.
But rehearsals weren't just about nailing his own moves. Michael appeared to notice everything going on around him at the same time. He listened closely to the band, kept an eye on the dancers, and worked through staging alongside people like Kenny Ortega. If something in the music felt off, he'd halt everything and lay out exactly what needed fixing. The same applied to movements, entrances, and every other detail of the show.